And welcome back to Let's Play Psychonauts. Last time we participated in Agent 9's brain tumbler experiment and quickly ran into problems that Rasputin simply does not have the powers to deal with. To that end, he sent us to the Psychomaster, Ford Cruller, in order to get a Psyblast permit, which we have obtained. At this point, Sasha is ready to train us in the art of Psyblasting. Let's go.
Okay, I'm ready to learn how to really fight.
Are you sure you are ready to do this? It could be dangerous.
Yes. Are you gonna pull me into your mind like the coach did?
No offense, but it's time you saw what an organized mind looks like.
Welcome to my mind.
It's so empty. I mean...
There's more here than meets the eye, but I've learned to keep it under strict control, and that's what I'm going to teach you. Control your feelings, your fears, your anger. You must learn to control them, focus them, concentrate them, and release them.
As therapy?
No, as firepower. Say something hideous and horrible jumps out at you. Something so disgusting that it simply must die. It's so tacky. I can't look directly at it. But I control those feelings. Focus them, concentrate, and release. And the world is a better place. Your turn.
I don't know, I kind of like these lamps, Agent 9, but, you know, we can destroy them for your benefit.
Well done, Raz. Keep shooting.
The Psyblast defaults to the R trigger on the controller I'm using, which is a 360 controller.
Well done, Raz. Keep shooting.
And anytime Raz is auto-locked onto something, you can just tap the button and he will fire it. There's a bit of cooldown between shots, so you can't spam out shots.
Excellent. A victory for good taste. Now you must strive for precision when targeting. Say you were set upon by multiple attackers. But you need to dispense with them in a certain order. Eliminate these monsters in the proper sequence, and we can move on to the next lesson.
This is the opportunity the game takes to teach us that there is a Zelda-style lock-on system. Just hold the L trigger on a 360 or Xbox controller to lock onto something, and you can use the right analog stick to snap between targets. Of course, this game is the PC version, so it also supports keyboard controls.
Good. Again. Good. Again.
Now then.
No.
Is this what you saw in your vision?
Well, it sure seemed a lot bigger in my head.
Problems often seem larger in our heads than they really are. That's an important lesson to learn.
But...
This is a sensor, an integral part of any sane person's mind. The sensors roam through your psyche, looking for thoughts that don't belong, hallucinations, manias, waking dreams. The sensors hunt them down and censor them out.
why do they come after me? I'm not a mania.
Yes, but you are a foreign entity in my mind. You technically don't belong here.
Yes, but I was attacked in my own head.
Yes, well, the brain tumbler could be malfunctioning, or you could be insane. We'll test for that later. For now, blast it.
Boy, you sure know how to reassure someone, Agent 9. But here we've got the standard enemy of Psychonauts, the Censor. It takes 2 Psyblasts to take these guys out normally, but for this one...
That's the spirit.
I killed it.
It was just a thought I was having, and it's not dead. It has just returned to its basic form, raw psychic energy. Go absorb it. It's good for your mental health.
This Censor only took a single shot to take out. Over here, we've got mental health orbs, which restore our mental energy.
As you absorb this energy, your mental health increases. But as you Psyblast, you expend your will to do damage. So be on the lookout for these small, dense clusters of raw psychic aggression. Absorb these as well to make sure you always have enough firepower. Now I'll leave the machine on for you, so you can practice. You have to blast 1,000 sensors to earn your marksmanship merit badge. Come back every day for practice, and you should have enough in as little as 3 weeks.
3 weeks? I only have a few days to earn all my merit badges and become a Psychonaut.
Slow and steady wins the race, my eager young friend. Now practice, slowly and carefully.
Oh, man.
So yes, the Psyblast does indeed have ammo, that's what that number over it signifies, in case you couldn't figure that out. And Agent 9 has given us the task of slaying 1,000 sensors at the very slow rate that they get shot out here. I don't know, we could be here forever if we tried to do this all at once. I don't think it would take a few weeks to slay 1,000 of these, but at this rate... Well, let's blast this one. Raz, what do you think on this situation?
This is gonna take forever. I wonder if I can speed it up somehow.
This lever here. Let's try popping this up to a higher setting.
They're coming out faster, but still not fast enough.
Yeah, I agree, Raz. I think we could make this go even faster. One thing to note is that pickups tend to go pretty wild without the mental magnet power, so we definitely want to get that as soon as we can.
Still not fast enough.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's keep going. I'm sure this couldn't cause any problems. Let's kick it up to 4. I mean, heck, if Agent 9 didn't want us to do this, why would he leave this lever here, really? Seems kind of careless
Still
on his
not
part.
fast enough.
Raz is getting impatient. We're definitely getting them at a rate that I feel like we could probably do this, relatively quickly. Certainly faster than a few weeks, but let's just keep amping up the aggression here. See if we can't get more of these guys.
Still not fast enough.
Note that this is a good opportunity to grab some arrowheads if you have not gotten up to the 50 for the dowsing rod yet. Not really great for getting arrowheads for the purpose of buying anything else from the camp store, but every little bit helps, right? And yeah, I feel like we're ready to really challenge ourselves here, so let's pump this thing up to the max.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, come to Papa.
Raz, what have you done? This is not control, this is chaos. I'll try to fix it. You stay here and keep the numbers under control.
Looks like Agent 9 is a little less than satisfied with what we've done, but personally I think this was a good idea. You need to relax, man. Trying to keep things too organized can drive you insane in its own way. Anyways, now Sasha 9's mind, the psychic shooting range, has kind of taken on this sort of Mario Galaxy-esque layout a couple years before that game even came out, too, where we can go along the surfaces.
Rasputin, see those valves? That is where the sensors are leaking out. Psyblast the valves to shut them down and get this area under control.
Can do, Agent 9, but we can go along the various surfaces and see which ones actually have stuff on them. In addition to Psyblasting these sensors, we can, of course, just hit them with our telekinetic punches. Let's get this vault here and see what we can glean from Sasha's mind, his first loss. Let's see. Looks like memories of his mother. Seems like he's still quite young, possibly just an infant when this happened. Unfortunately, looks like his mother had passed when he was a child. Probably a traumatic, formative experience for him. With that taken care of, now I am going to grab figments that we can get along the way in Sasha's mind, but it is actually impossible to get every figment available on your first trip through here. There are certain figments that are either really difficult to get without a certain power-up, or straight up impossible to get without the power-up required. We will be jumping around, though, grabbing all of the bag tags, as well as, of course, clearing out the various mental baggages here. So, making our way up here. Remember, always keep your ears open for the sounds of crying from the emotional baggage. We'll just be skipping the animation for tagging the baggage, because as funny as it is the same every time. Duffel bag is over there. I was pretty sure he was still in this area. Just wanted to make sure. Like I said, I'm not going to go too far out of my way for figments until we get a certain power, and even then, likely I'll be visiting levels after we clear them to fully collect every figment available. Over there, you probably noticed that little helmet thing that looks like a watermelon. That is an astral layer for Raz. If you are missing any of your own layers, you can collect those in order to restore them. Remember, your layers are your extra lives, basically. I'm gonna be real, the live system in this game is fairly pointless and does not have much reason to exist. If you run out of astral layers, you just get booted out of the mind and can immediately re-enter, and the checkpoints are usually generous enough that it just kind of drops you by where you would end up if you lost a layer anyway, so yeah, I think it's pretty silly that they went with the extra live system for this game. Kind of still in that era of designing platformers where that was still considered, you know, a standard feature that you had to include.
Good. Well, you got them all.
As we stymie the flow of sensors, the Overlord transitions to other parts of the block. Do note that on one specific configuration, there is something you want to be mindful of.
Oh no. You close one leak down and another springs up. Well, come on. We've got to take care of these too.
We'll get to it, Sasha. Now, I'm pretty sure it's after this area, but I do just want to make a quick trip around the various surfaces of the cube, because on one of the configurations, there is a pretty deviously hidden collectible that's very easy to miss, and it's not this one. I was pretty sure it was the one after this, but just in case the guides I read on GameFAQs are wrong, and they're quite old, so very real concern, I just want to do my own double check there. Okay, and here we've got a new variety of sensor. These guys shout no at us for their own projectile attack. Do note that at this point, this is the specific area where I don't think it's actually possible to get all of the figments on your first trip through here. Here we've got the purse, and conveniently we have already gotten the purse tag, so we can tag that. Look at how happy it is. Anyway, skip. Alright, let's move on and start closing some of these valves here. Suppose I could get that figment, but like I said, we'll be coming back here to get them eventually anyway. Definitely be mindful of these guys with the projectile nose. They can be pretty annoying to deal with. One thing to note with all these power-ups, the mental magnet pretty much drags these in from any distance, so it is legitimately a huge help. Since we have an opportunity to drop back down, let's take the opportunity to grab that figment right there and continue up. We get our next power at rank 20. Additionally, that'll allow us to buy the mental cobweb collector, which is something I'm really looking forward to. I'll probably dedicate some of our arrowheads at this point to collecting some cores from the camp store so that we can buy that we can convert our cards into enough rank ups. I don't think we'll get enough figments by the end of this level in order to reach rank 20 at this point. And with another level opened up for us, we'll just have to keep on traveling along and plugging up these leaks as they pop up. Now, at this point, I believe this is the configuration that has another hidden thing for us to collect, should we go along the surface of the cube here. Let me see, there he is! This vault is only on this specific configuration. Now, don't worry if you don't collect him now, you do get the opportunity to come back here and collect him later, but we can get some more backstory on Sasha while we're here, right? Sasha's second sight. So, looks like Sasha worked with his father as a cobbler, and he wanted to know more about his mother because he only had the faintest memories of her. So, looks like, much like Raz himself, Sasha was a young, prodigious psychic. Looking into his father's mind, he sees some clearer memories of his mother, remembers the good times, and then, this is I gotta say, this is a much less wholesome way that Sasha learned that you should not dive into people's thoughts unprovoked, or unprompted, or unallowed. Gets yeah, I can understand. I can understand. Not exactly the best way to remember your mother, I suppose. Anyway, another new enemy here. These little exploding guys, whose name eludes me. I don't know if it's ever mentioned here. These guys are super annoying. As you can see, they rush in and they just try to suicide bomb you. They don't do too much damage, but they're pretty obnoxious to deal with, because if they get in close enough and you blast them, the explosion will still hurt you, so be pretty careful around them. The big annoying thing about dealing with them is that if they get in close enough, it's really hard to actually make the distance to avoid getting blown up by them at this point, since we lack a power that increases our mobility. Alright, making our way up. Oof. Sometimes these sensors can be pretty obnoxious as you are traveling up. Ooh, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Getting overwhelmed here. Very easy to lose a astral layer at this stage of the fight, or level. Alright, let's just keep moving here. And let's go over, finally get to that sensor valve here, and get that one shut. Alright, make our way up to this figment here, blast this, and get the next one to appear. There we go. Got a cool little tape thing over there. Let's see if we can't use this as a makeshift rail. We've also got the steamer trunk tag to apply here, so let's just get this guy nice and happy. Look at how pleased he is with having that tag. Gets a little momentum boost from the explosion there, and let's use this rail. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, let me see here. I just want to check my item inventory real quick now. I was just checking to see if that meat that we had collected was inside our inventory in the mine. Some items will astral project along with you into the mental worlds. Not all of them, though. As you can see, Ford Crullers' bacon is special psychic bacon that also traveled with us, so we can contact him here. And you know what? As a matter of fact, why don't we take the opportunity to show off the bacon?
Bacon.
Alright, Agent Cruller, do you have any advice on the current situation?
Agent Cruller, do you have any advice on the current situation?
You gotta find all those leaks that are squirting out senses and take 'em out. And when you're fighting these guys, don't forget to lock your mental focus on them for accuracy.
Need your analysis on a hostile.
What kind?
Have you ever seen a plant with eyes and teeth?
Oh yeah, the kind that's impervious to attack when it's curled up? Hate those. You gotta walk up just close enough to wake 'em up, and then saw blast 'em real quick.
Alright, I was just trying to see what else he had to say about the enemies here. I wanted to see if you could tell me the name of the exploding enemies, but strangely, he doesn't seem to be talking about that. Let's hear about the bears, though.
Did you know that this camp has a bear problem?
Oh, not just any bears, but bears that have been mutated by Psychonauts. Now they know telekinesis. When you see that TK claw come out, you have to dodge it quick. And saw blast those bears from a distance, or set the tails on fire.
Alright, so more options for animal cruelty. You've been very helpful.
You've been very helpful. That's all I need.
Good luck.
Now, Cruller's information isn't always helpful, but it is kind of funny at points, so I recommend checking it out when you have opportunities. I don't know if I'll go through everything you can say. One thing that I haven't brought up is that when you are locked on, Raz will strafe, and you can also do backflips and side flips to get around through areas. Let's grab this shoe figment here and blast this sensor valve. This weird birthday cake from hell is the fourth and final sensor valve pop-up, so we just gotta close the valves here, and we should be golden. Gonna walk around the bottom here to collect all the figments that we can. Some of these are pretty big and pretty valuable, and it looks like I'm eating my words, because if we collect enough of these, we will be hitting rank 20. Here, the game is informing us of the cobweb duster, which is a bit unhelpful to us at this moment. I appreciate you trying to remind me, game, but it really was not necessary. Anyway, heading up here, yes, rank 20, nice! It's actually a really good thing to hit at this point, so let's just grab all these. Can't get another layer, let's open up this, or tag this baggage here. And what the heck? I mean, look at how happy it is. We'll let this last one play out since it's the final one. And exit stage, well, I guess stage ceiling. Anyway, with that taken care of, let's just bop these guys out of here. We have unlocked the primal memories. As you can see, these sensors are a bit hardier than the ones we've been fighting up to this point. Let's take a look at that primal memories and see what kind of concept art we have for Sasha 9's shooting gallery. So over here is the primal memories. And let's see. So here is some art of the main lodge. I guess originally they decided to call it the Great Hall. Here is Agent Sasha 9 and Mio Vodello. Let's see. Here is Sasha's lab for such a studious and I guess rigorous man. Keeps his lab quite a mess, honestly. Looks like Sasha's mental world underwent some changes in development. Looked like it was going to be more of like a shifting block obstacle course level. It kind of would have been interesting to see that. Okay, looks like a little storyboard for... Oh, actually, this one's slightly spoilerish. I'm not going to go too deep into what that one is. Oh no, I shouldn't have looked at this. Ignore that you saw that. Ignore that you saw that. We're kind of spoiling things before we see them.
That's it! I completely blocked off all of Sasha's sensor outlets. I can't wait to tell him.
Young man, I hope you have learned a lesson here today.
Yes, I have. That shooting things is fun and useful.
No, that once you lose control of your own mind, it's very hard to get it back.
Yes, one's thoughts must be 100% controlled at all times.
Well, no. Actually, if you try to completely suppress your undesirable feelings, they'll build and eventually explode.
Oh, so, what would happen if you were to, say, completely block off all your sensor outlets?
Well, there would be a buildup of sensor energy within that would, eventually... Run, Rasputin. Very fast. You are my own creation. I command you to stop! Rasputin, it's time to earn your merit badge.
Can do, Agent 9, can do. Here is the boss of the shooting gallery, the Mega Sensor. Alright, so we can lock onto him and we can dodge. And it's pretty brutal to try and dodge this guy. You need to be doing your backflips pretty regularly. Anyways, ooh. Not where I wanted to dodge to. I'm actually surprised I managed to avoid that. Anyways, this guy is invulnerable to damage at the start of the fight. You know what? Just for fun. Okay, that didn't go properly because I didn't have enough mental health. Yeah. Every time you lose all your mental health, you'll peel off a layer of your astral projection. If you lose all the layers, then you will no longer be able to maintain a projection in this mental world, and you will be kicked out into the real one. Collect markers like and replace layers, and collect markers like to increase how many layers you can maintain at once. Yes, there are permanent life cap upgrades you can get in this game. Let's hit this sensor outlet. Like I was saying, the Mega Sensor is largely impervious until we actually take out those sensor valves, because he will restore HP from the little sensors that are going up to him.
Put me down!
Okay, now let's actually get hit intentionally.
Enough horseplay, Rasputin. Destroy him.
There are quite a few bits of dialogue you can get from Sasha 9 if you let yourself get hit repeatedly. Probably the most funny one is he'll ask you to reach into his pocket to grab a cigarette for him. Unfortunately, it takes quite a few hits to get all those, and it's going to slow down the video a lot. Plus, I may actually run out of a bunch of astral layers, so let's not press our luck here. Let's just destroy the sensor valves. As you move along the surface of the Mind Cube, this guy struggles to keep up with you as you travel around. You'll notice that you do get dazed a little bit when he stomps the ground like that. So be mindful of that when he's getting close. With that taken care of, we can now blast him, as there will no longer be a endless supply of small sensors trying to recover him. And let's just keep hitting him with side blasts here. He'll throw out some gunk at us, but once we get those sensor valves shut, this guy is of little problem. Just keep hitting him with blasts. Okay, I say he's of little problem, and then I get hit. Classic stuff, classic stuff. There we go. Mega Sensor defeated.
So, is this where I get a speech and learn another lesson?
No, here's your merit badge. Let us never speak of this again.
I want to shoot more things.
Okay, enough about my mind. Let's stay out of my mind for a while. Let's just go back into yours, huh? Step up to the brain tumbler when you're ready.
And at this point, we can continue the brain tumbler experiment. But there are quite a few things we actually want to do before we do so. So first order of business, let's return to Ford Cruller and let's grab that new psychic power. Let's go to my sanctuary. And we'll just skip through that dialogue. We've heard it before. Alright, Ford, give me my new power.
Recognition of your hard work, dedication, and mental agility. I'm proud to bestow upon you the official merit badge for telekinesis. With telekinesis, we can use our minds to grasp an object and then throw it. Go ahead, try it yourself. Oh, good throw. Now, let's see if you can make it through the hoop.
You sound like my dad.
Hey, I've been thinking about that. Why'd that guy hate psychics so much? What did we ever do to him?
Well, psychics killed his whole family. Cursed them and all their descendants to die in water.
Whoa,
Yeah,
talk about baggage.
tell me about it. And the weird thing is, I'm pretty sure he's actually psychic himself.
Ha! Cuckoo! Well, you can work on him when you get home. For now. Oops.
Interesting, so you could say Raz's dad is something of a self-hating psychic. Anyway,
Grab that trash can with your mind and hold it until I tell you to let go. Come on. Oh, great shot. Let's see you do that again. Be the trash can. Bingo! Okay, last one. Through the hoop, Rasputin. Now, let me show you something. Pick that trash can up and aim your toss at the side of the caravan. The caravan side, Einstein. Kablooey! Throwing something against a wall is a little more destructive than tossing it around on the ground, isn't it? Oh no, another one of my sensors. Now how'd that get in here? Looks like we're in luck. He doesn't see you yet. Why don't you smash him on the head with that handy trash can? Come on! Use telekinesis to pick up the trash can and throw it at that sensor. Come on! Bullseye!
Looks like the trash took him out.
Next lesson, we'll work on your snappy one-liners.
I don't know, Ford. I thought that one was pretty good. Anyways, we now have our next power, telekinesis. And we've also hit the point where we can fill out our power palette completely. As you can see, you can map powers to the trigger buttons. In this case, I'm going to map pyrokinesis to the left bumper. You can only have 3 powers set at a time, but I'll be honest with you, most of the time you're probably going to have Psyblast and one other power set to these, and then you'll just be switching in the 3rd power as you need it. To be real, most of the powers in this game are actually pretty gimmicky and are more used for their puzzle attributes rather than the fact that they're actually great powers to have. With that being said, before we continue the brain tumbler experiment, we can do a few things around camp, and I also want to start collecting some deep arrowheads so that we can get the mental cobweb duster. So let's start going around the camp, make a tour to see if anything has changed, and I will just cut to the things that I know for certain are new. Meet you there. So, for our first thing to do with telekinesis, over here in the geodesic psycho-isolation chambers, boy, that's a mouthful, we can use our telekinesis to grab this object right here. Our next scavenger hunt item, the glass eye. Let's take a look at that real quick. If I can find it, there we go. Okay, over to the glass eye. I'm always losing mine around camp. If you find one, please don't scratch it, because I'm running out of spares. Ugh. Okay, that's the one thing taken care of. Alright, here we are in the recreation or reception area. I keep getting those names mixed up. And now that we have Psyblast, we can pretty safely fight the telekinetic bears. As you can see, 3 blasts, take them out, no problem. Now the real reason I'm cutting back here is because this beehive right here, now that we have the pyrokinesis power, we can ignite it. If I can get close to it. I thought this was pyrokinesis. I could have sworn this was pyrokinesis. What the heck? Okay, this is embarrassing. Oh, Psyblast. Duh. Never mind. For some reason, I remember lighting that on fire. Whatever, we got the fertility idol, and I look really stupid in the process. But hey, that's the kind of thing you come to watch these videos for, right? Anyways, fertility idol. Wasps love fertility idols. Everyone knows it. Everybody knows it. No one knows why, but it must work, because look how many of them there are. True stuff, true stuff. I'm just gonna mess around here a little bit to see if I can get any more scavenger hut items. I'm doing well on dousing, though. Let's just see if we can't find another deep arrowhead deposit. Looks like I'm closing in on one. Gotta go around over here a little bit. Here we go. And if you hear the frantic mashing in the background, that is really how hard you need to hit the button in order to get the arrowhead to pop up. Oh man, this is always the worst, when you're close to one but you can't quite puzzle out the direction. Here we go. There we go. We're at 634. Just need 170 more to get the next big shop item, which is the mental cobweb duster.
I'm not picking up anything. Must not be any deep arrowheads nearby.
Alright, making my way through the reception area. Alright, in this section of the reception area, just pull up the map so we get a better relative position of where I am. As you can see, it's by the entrance to the isolation chambers. We can find this pipe here. A cherry wood pipe. That is our next scavenger hunt item. And you know what? While we're here, may as well grab these cards. I'm just leaving behind cards in case I want, or not in case, so that when I do the final collection drive for everything in this area, I can show where they all are properly. But since those ones were so close by, let's just real quick check out the text on the cherry wood pipe. This style of pipe was common among more fashion-conscious loggers in the early part of this century, till a high frequency of logger-initiated forest fires led to a mandatory industry-wide switch to chewing tobacco, and later, bark-flavored chewing gum. Nasty, what the heck? Okay, let's not think too hard about that. Alright, continuing my search for deep arrowheads. Alright, there we got enough arrowheads to get the cobweb duster, so why don't we take care of that while we're in the area. This also gives me an opportunity to show off something that you can do with telekinesis, as like with pyrokinesis, you can use that as an opportunity to harass other campers. We've given Lily enough of a hard time, so why don't we use it on people who could really deserve it, like Kitty and Frankie.
Put me down, or Kitty's dad will sue your whole family.
Yeah, whatever. What about you, Kitty? What do you think?
Hey, put me down, or my dad will sue your whole family.
Looks like those are they're two peas in the pod, really.
Hey, free airplane rides today.
I'm glad Quentin has a good attitude about that. What about you, Phoebe? What do you think? If I can get her.
Hey, free airplane rides today.
Yeah, Phoebe is just way too mentally protected, or rather, she's too into her drumming to be picked up there. Alright, with that taken care of, come on, let's get our cobweb duster.
Hey, anything new in the store?
Take a look. Whoa, that's my last cobweb
take
duster. Alrighty then.
There we go. The cobweb duster is a real-world device that can project itself along with you into the mental world. Aim it at any mental cobwebs you find, and press Y to collect the cobweb. Later, bring the cobweb duster to Agent Crawler's Sanctuary, where your captured cobwebs can be redeemed for psych cards in the mental cobweb detangler.
What else can I do you for?
Nothing else. Alright, so here is the cobweb
Go
duster.
get more airheads and come on back.
We can use the cobweb duster like so. Hey,
where are you stopping? Oh, I thought you stopped.
and let's just hit Cook Cruller with the...
Okay, that's funny. Now put me down.
Fine, fine. Now, the other major thing that we want to buy from the camp store is, of course, the mental magnet, which I will still be doing some dousing in order to find that, but I'm just going to look for one last scavenger hunt item, because I believe we can collect the rank ups from that at this point, so I'm going to run around, see if I can't find another scavenger hunt item, and I will cut back to when that has been accomplished. Alright, discreetly hidden under the lodge, just to the right of the main entrance, is a scavenger hunt item. Here we go, we finished half of the scavenger hunt, so you've qualified for the first half of your prize. Go see Ranger Ford for your big promotion. And I believe there was a deep arrowhead here, so let's just mash out the buttons real quick. There we go. Part of the way to getting that coveted mental magnet badge, and I will definitely be doing that before we start next video. Alright. With that taken care of, let's head over to the Geodesic Psycho-Isolation Chambers. I will be saying the full name as many times as possible, and let's collect the first half of our prize. Let me see, where is it? There we go.
Bring me near the...
Heading over to Ranger Cruller. Gotta make sure I'm getting my crullers correct. Also, I did run around. All the kids are still in the same position, so thankfully, we have not seen any updates to their positioning. After we clear the next section of the Brain Tumbler experiment, we will be seeing an update to the location of all the campers. Hey, Ranger Cruller, I've completed half the scavenger hunt.
Looks like you got that little patch of dirt pretty well raked.
Shush! I'm looking for my contact lens.
Hey, check it out. I'm halfway done with the scavenger hunt.
Holy smokes, look at that! Well then, here's the first half of your reward.
Alright, nice.
Now don't be lazy. Finish that list. Get!
Fine, fine, you grouch. But check it out, we're rank 25 now, so just 5 more ranks, and we will get another power from Agent Ford Cruller. Now, one thing to note is that these powers that we're collecting are not optional. You will eventually need to collect them if you want to complete the game. Additionally, after we get the next power from Ford Cruller, the rewards he pays out to us will change. Instead of giving us new powers every 10 ranks, instead, reaching every additional 5 ranks will upgrade an existing power for us. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But I think that is a good spot to end this video. Off screen, I'm going to take the, or spare you the, tedium of me getting all the deep arrowheads. I'm going to get 400 arrowheads so that we can purchase the mental magnet, and with that collected, we will be ready to continue with the rest of the game. So as always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then though, goodbye.